Welcome to DPMF Live. Now meet our hosts.
Good evening. It's 8 o'clock. It's Sunday night. It's the 31st of August. This is episode 84, Wesley. We are back with another mean episode of DPMF Live. And tonight we're going to look into the Memecoin 666. As ever, the panel, Dan the Man, got Wicked Wesley, Live Free, and Mike. Yes. We're going to bring you everything we know about crypto going on at the minute. We try not to balls it all up, but hey, it's all fresh and live just for you. As ever, our shows are on the YouTube channel. Please go and have a listen. If you like what you hear, please like, share the space. Please follow any one of us. Please email us if you want to give us some feedback. We love a bit of feedback. Put some comments in the comments box. And if you want to join in the chat, stick your hand up and we'll get you up as quick as we can. Tonight's show is recorded and will go on our YouTube channel as they all do. Please go back and have a listen because there's some wicked episodes. Dan, do you want to fill us in with the markets? Bit of a rubbish week this week, really.
Good evening, Palace. Looking forward tonight to 666. Looking forward to listening to Lucifer. And I think Rayleigh's coming on as well. Rayleigh and Lucifer. Okay, markets are. Did you say we had a bit of a bad week, did you?
Well, it's kind of hit and miss, wasn't it? A bit up, bit down, a bit shake it all around.
There's only one time it's ever flat, and that's on a stable coin. Right, okay. Quick run through. It's number one ranked at Bitcoin, $109,120. It's down just short of 5% on the 7-day. Ranked at number two, Ethereum is at 4,486. I don't believe it's past the $5,000 mark, did it? I think it touched it. Is anyone tracking? Everyone's
Yeah, no, you're right. It didn't.
It gave it a little kiss and then it went, nah. Right. Ranked at number three is Tether. Funnily enough, sitting at 0.99999 cents. You're missing one. Ranked at number four is XRP, sitting at $2.82. It has dropped below the $3 mark. It is down 9.26% on the 7-day. BNB Binance is ranked at number five at $865, which is down just over 1% on the 7-day. Ranked at number six is Solana at $205.60, down 2.61% on the 7-day. USDC, is ranked at number 7 by Circle. Dogecoin has come up, ranked at number 8 at 21 cents. It's down just short of 10% on the 7-day. We've got Tron ranked at number 9, sitting at 34 cents, down 7% on the 7-day. And Wes, would you like to guess what's ranked at number 10? You're probably getting a cup of tea or something. Ranked at number 10.
Sorry, I am here. Go on. Is it Ava?
No, what you?
I don't know.
Oh, Ada. Yeah, ADA. Yeah, Cardano.
He did say Ava. I heard him say Ava.
Yeah, I heard.
Hold on a minute. Don't put words in my mouth. You know, these acronyms are very similar. And also, I'm trying to plug the show, so come on.
What do you mean plug?
Well,
What
plug.
does that even
I've got Ava on the mind.
So who's got the best nuggets tonight then?
Oh, I might have a couple of nuggets. Let's see your nuggets. Go on.
I've got a nugget. But it's kind of old news nugget, but it's still a big nugget. And I can't believe he got away with it, really. But hey, so Trump bought 6 billion CRO, which pumped the beast out of CRO. So now Trump is heavily involved with crypto.com, which means there's a gateway to America, and crypto in America is obviously CRO now. It's potentially going to be used quite frequently in America. So that could be quite interesting.
Well, when you say Trump, do you mean World Liberty Financial?
That's the one.
Well, technically it's not Trump, but yeah.
No, but it's his consortium or something, isn't it?
Well, the funny thing is that you see the news on World Liberty Financial, they actually dumped a whole bunch of Trump coin that they had.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go.
They just followed the money, man. That's all they did.
I got dumped on with the Trump coin. Yeah, I can verify that.
Man. So, I mean,
Well, that's a surprise there, Wet. That's a surprise.
Didn't Crypto.com buy 50 million in Trump media stock? Is that the one you're talking about?
I don't know. There might be lots of nefarious stuff going on behind the scenes, but who knows?
I think you got it the wrong way around. I think Crypto.com bought some stock in media.
No. Trump's what do you call it? Live free? Is it his business or something? Or
World Liberty Financial?
Yeah, they bought 6 billion CRO, and they're now one of their partners.
Oh yeah, CRO. What happened with that?
It pumped a beast. It pumped a beast.
Yeah, but it also dumped a while back, a few days ago.
It's come more or less back down, hasn't it?
No, mate. No. It was on like 6 or 7 pence, and then it's now 26 pence or something stupid.
Wow.
So it's quite fun, man. It's quite fun. Anyway,
I used to love Crypto.com. They used to be, I really did. I used to love their wallet years ago, but the fee just ridiculous.
the fees are ridiculous, and that's what you have to look into, isn't it? Fees in all these exchanges, they're not cheap. You know, even Uphold, ridiculous fees, ridiculous. What's your nuggets then? You said you got a couple of nuggets. Show me your nuggets.
I did. You're like talking dirty to me.
Yeah, no, not yet. That's later when we get the Memecoin on.
hey, let me go back to the Trump thing. It says Trump Media and Technology Group associated with President Donald Trump agreed to purchase 105 million worth of CRO tokens as part of a strategic partnership with Crypto.com. The deal, announced on August the 26th, involves the creation of a new entity, Trump Media Group CRO Strategy. So yeah, they're going to partner up.
There you go. See, I wasn't lying. Thank you, Live Free, for confirming my extensive research.
I believe Grayscale have filed for Cardano and Polkadot ETFs. Not many people talk about Polkadot, and some people who might not even know what it is. Polkadot's by Gavin Wood. He was on the Ethereum blockchain in the early days, building it. Dr. Gavin Wood, he switched over years ago. This was and done Polkadot, and I remember looking at Polkadot back in 2019, I think it was. I was like, these guys are probably going to go somewhere, but I hardly see anything of them really. They do with Cardano, with Charles Hoskins, but not much of Polkadot.
So what's your other nuggets then, Dan? Is that it? Or are you finished?
Yeah, I'm still laughing over earlier about the underground line that Wes made up.
Oh, Waterloo.
Sorry.
For those that don't know,
It was the station, though, to be fair to him. It wasn't a station. Yeah. He's almost from another country, Dan. Come on, give him a break.
I'm in the north, aren't I? You know what I mean?
Is it? The naughty north. Talking about naughty, tonight's episode is brought to you by Fuzion XIO, the baddest and the sickest place to mint, sell, and produce your NFTs. on an awesome platform that's got its very own validation process, unique to the XRPL. Go check it out. Tonight's show, we got Lucifer, I believe, which, Lucifer, welcome to the show. Open up your mic, my friend.
How's it going?
Lucifer, my man, how are you doing? You all right?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I thought it was I think I was an hour late as far as what I thought it was. My bad. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. You're here now. That's the most important thing. So, Lucifer, tell me about the Memecoin 666.
666. I know, right? It's a bit chaotic. It strikes fear in a lot of people's hearts, but we love it. I mean, it's we like the historic meme value of it and the shock value. So I was Lucifer on Twitter for probably 3 years now. And so
Lucifer for years, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I was like, I had to have a 666 coin when they were, minting them out on First Ledger. I didn't really know how I wanted to structure it, but I just knew that I wanted to do something with it. So that's when I created it back in October 29th when the big buzz was going on.
Awesome. So what's your aims for the project? What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm trying to create a project with a community of just having fun, just hanging out, shooting the shit, earning money, making money, trading NFTs, I fell in love with that community, the NFT community back in 2022. And so, yeah, the meme coin I thought was just awesome, perfect to basically reignite that love, with the community as far as the NFTs goes. And I think it did. I think it really did bring a lot of eyes on it.
Awesome. And can you just give us a little bit of a background about you? Where did you come from? Or what's your sort of work background, etc.?
Well, I'm over here in the U.S. My background is, I had a construction business for most of my life. I've been in a box, basically. Not online, but, just basically working, putting my head down and grinding. I knew I wanted to retire early, so I worked like 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, just, hustling, but put all my money away into real estate and investments and my business, and was able to retire a few years back at the age of 47. So since then, I've been catching up, with traveling and checking out the world with my wife. All our kids are all grown up now, so it's just the two of us.
Awesome. And there goes that theme again. Every project we've had on, they've been real from a grafting background, So yeah, hats off to you to trying to do something different and trying to bet yourself. That's awesome. Do you have like a team around you doing this project, or is it just yourself?
Oh no, I got Raylene, which is Lilith. She's our dev, and she's doing most of the work on the background. I'm just here to look pretty and smile for the cameras. But also we have a great team of mods in the background too that are just some friends that we did some stuff in the past on some projects, invested together. They were mods on other projects, so when they saw that I was doing this, they were very excited to come in and help out, and they did. They just picked it up, and they're just awesome.
So here at DPMF Live, we know a lot about Raylene because she is fundamentally important for us as well. She's awesome. So you've got a good egg there, really. So well done for getting her involved. I mean, obviously she's got some work ethic there, I'll tell you.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree with you, fellas.
Yeah.
She definitely is very hardworking and has helped our team, DPMF Live, quite a lot with her arts in video editing and YouTubing and all this other stuff. So yeah, you know, very, 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 very happy with her work and her work ethic.
Yeah, and that was exactly what turned me on to her. Is I seen her out there always hustling, and not just for one project, but for multiple projects. And so, yeah, I just thought that, that's definitely what I'm looking for in our project is, the same hustle, so we can only do what we can do, so.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lucifer, why has she got you into crypto then? How did that come about?
Oh, that started back in 2017 is when I got in, and I was buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I was trying to figure out how to buy XRP, so I was having to move Bitcoin and move Ethereum. I think one of my transactions was during a big Bitcoin pump, and it took I think 2 days almost for me to get my transaction to go through, which just really turned me off to Bitcoin. Same with Ethereum, the fees were just so high to do the transaction. So when I finally got into XRP and used it, and I fell in love, I was like, this is exactly what I want. I want something instant. I want something fast. I want something reliable, great liquidity. So I ended up, go ahead.
Sorry, Lucifer, I interrupted your flow. Is that why you wanted to put your token on the XRPL because of those characteristics?
Oh, for sure. 100%. I've never done anything with any other coin, as far as, NFTs or anything like that, except for the XRPL. And everything that I do in my trading is correlated with, either a rotation into XRP, XLM, those types. But yeah, I mean, I'm a XRP maxi.
Awesome. Now, where would I go to find out more information about Memecoin? I mean, have you got a website? Have you got a program group? What's the
Yeah, we have a Discord. We have a Telegram, and then we have our website that has all our links. I have the links in my bio too, my link tree. But yeah, we have a website. It's www.666memecoin.com.
Awesome.
You can actually just Google search 666 Memecoin, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see all kinds of stuff about our project. There are, I think, hundreds of other 666 Memecoins across all chains, but we are definitely leading the army as far as on the XRPL and on all chains as far as the 666 Memecoin.
Are you only on the XRPL? Are
Yeah.
you associated with any of the other groups?
No, just XRPL.
Talking about armies, I can see on your website you got 6,300 holders. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I think many of those are bots. When we first originally, offered up the airdrop, I think there were some people that, with some not so great intentions. So
a little bit of farming going on, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Raylene built us a mechanism for our website that we can filter those out. And so that anybody, thinks that they may possibly be on the ban list, they can always go to our website and just double check their wallet and make sure they are qualified to win the jackpot that we have.
Okay, yeah. Can you just explain a bit more about that then? So if you're a holder of your token, you're automatically into this jackpot thing, are you? Or is that how it works?
Yeah, exactly. And you don't need to hold any specific amount other than just one 666 coin, and you're qualified to enter into our monthly drawing, which is basically we take the rewards. Instead of rewarding the whole entire community, we combine those rewards into 13 lucky jackpots. That way they get a substantial amount in return. And so it makes it more fun,
Awesome.
You only have to hold one token. So The beauty of that and the reason why we did that was to use it as a tool to onboard more people to, not only the XRPL, but to our project, so that this is a token for the little guy, so even just the smallest, bag can pull out great rewards.
So that's a great incentive to sort of buy and hold. I can see you've got like 9.9 million as a circulating supply. Is that right?
Right. Well, those are actually locked up. So we have 66% of the tokens are locked up for the reward itself.
Wow.
30% of the coins are locked up for a dev account, which they can only take out 10% each year to cover expenses and rewards and giveaways and whatever it takes to basically make sure that the reward system and the token is being distributed correctly. And
are you black hold, Lucifer?
yes, we are.
Awesome. Sorry, go ahead, Liffrey.
Thank you, sir. I thought I read somewhere on your some of your postings that your rewards you have calculated for like 4 or 5 decades or something like that.
66 years. When we originally created it, it was for 60 years or 64 years. And I just recently bought my chart and took all those tokens and redonated it back into the fund. So, I mean, it's 66 years now. That could always change if we ever do buybacks in the future or things like that where we want to, add to it. But yes, it's a long-term hold. I mean, it's basically like a lottery ticket that just resets automatically every month. You don't have to do anything. So you just show up, check out your wallet, and there it is.
Okay, so it's just an automatic drop. So you don't, like I said, you don't have to do anything, check in with anything or anything like that.
No, not at the moment, because you know how regulations work. Maybe in the future, to claim your prize, you may have to do some type of KYC or something like that, or we may have to do something, taxes or something. But for now, it's just pretty easy.
Well, let me ask you, since you mentioned taxes, are you based out of the United States? You based out of Europe? Where are you based out of?
Yeah, we're based out of the U.S.
Is there a corporation or a limited LLC made for the 666 meme coin?
There isn't yet. Not yet. I mean,
do you think you might plan on doing that, especially if, let's say, if President Trump does allow for tax-free in American crypto, you think you might be more willing to set up a corporation like that?
Oh,
just to give it a base, shall we say, of operations.
Right. I mean, it needs some kind of protection. It needs a LLC or even a trust or something like that, because I'm not going to be here 66 years, so I'm 51 now. So this is, I'm building this to last way longer than I'm even going to be around. So there's going to have to be some type of organization that's in control of everything.
Just to keep this light-hearted here, you do remember being called Lucifer. You must remember them back in the old days when Adam and Eve were born. Adam lived till he was 960, I think, and then God we never know, about 120 years old. So you might still have 60 years on you.
Yeah, that's true. It's very possible. With medical technology these days, you don't know what kind of breakthroughs they're coming out with. So yeah, it's very possible. But at the same time, you also got to be a bit, from the business sense, you got to be, ready and to take on obstacles and things like that. So it's definitely in the plan. So
Lucifer, sorry, just jumping in. Sorry, Wes, if you were doing a follow-up. Thanks for coming on, Lucifer, as well. It's great to hear your story. I wanted to ask, just to go into the roots. So 666 was obviously born through you having a social name as Lucifer. So where or why the name Lucifer? And I'm guessing I might be wrong here, so correct me if I'm wrong. So where did the name Lucifer come from? Why pick that as your social handle when you first came on social media? What's the story behind that? Just to see if it follows on.
So the story of Lucifer is that his name translated in Greek is the bringer of light. So essentially, he is a deity that's surrounded with knowledge. And so I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. So I do a lot of research online, and I do a lot of poking around. Personally, I'm an atheist, so I lean more to the logical reasons for why things are, and how things go, and this and that. So, but I do a lot of research on different theories and things like that. So, I was synonymous with Lucifer. I liked the message that it bring. It was definitely nothing to do with anything satanic or worshiping the devil, or even to this day I don't like to say 666 just for the same reason. I mean, I think it's almost in our DNA to our hair stands up on our arms when we hear the number, so it's more than just what's been pushed into mainstream or into society, but I mean, it has that hook on people's emotions. So I understand that, there's a lot of people that find it offensive, but, in some cases, like for instance, 666 is also an angel number, and, it represents abundance and prosperity, and especially in the financial sector.
It's funny you say that, actually, because it's mainly the West. Usually Western cultures have a bit of a raised eyebrow to the number 666. But to the East, the three numbers are actually classed as lucky, or are very positive. I know especially in China, 666 is actually a positive number. Whereas here in the West, we have people look at it as a negative. But I don't believe, that there was anything to do with anything like satanic or demonic or anything like that with 666. And obviously, I've known Raylene for a while as well. She talks about 666 from time to time. I think it's a good move to go for a meme coin project like that. It definitely got a lot of attention. And then it's good to have you here to get to know you, because people can see who's behind, or who's leading the project. I put a post out the other day. I said a lot of meme coin projects are founder led. And you can hear by your story and your life so far. You retired early. You're a hardworking guy, and it's good to hear that. And for people that don't know about 666, it will turn their heads and go, this guy Lucifer is actually a pretty sound guy. This is a meme coin project on the XRPL, and the guy has a vision, has a dream. Maybe I should support that. So it's good that you talk about it.
No, and I appreciate that you created the platform for me to talk about it. I was a little nervous, but I mean, the fact that you invited me and everything, that's awesome. I appreciate it. A lot of people don't want nothing to do with us. They don't. They're afraid that some of their supporters and whatnot, are going to, and some do. So I have a lot of people that we collaborated with and we align with, and they're religious and they don't like the 666, but they like me, and so they support us. But a lot of their members are like, if you support them, we don't support you, and they're like, they don't care. They're like, it's okay. If that's how you feel, that's fine. And I mean, that's awesome. I mean, I don't know how to express, the gratitude that we have that other projects are, supporting us like that and willing to take a hit like that. So it's really cool.
Well, Lucifer, you're coming across really well tonight. So hats up to standing up to the parapet, as it were, and dicing with us is pretty cool. What sort of future things are going to be happening with the 666 meme coin then? Is there any developments in the future that you can tell us about, shed some light on, or what you're going to be doing?
Well, we're hoping to be dropping a NFT project soon, but we're still bashing it out as far as what we want this project to do. I don't want it to be like anything that's ever been out there. Everything we do and everything we build we try to do it from the perspective of, the person that's buying in or investing or even being gifted into the project. A lot of my, hopes are that, our community members are out there spreading the wealth a little bit and, not necessarily, telling people buy, but, here, get in, here's a token. Let's get you set up. Let's show you this wallet, just open the door and get in there. And then we have that contest, that makes it fun. So, maybe I went off track on what your original question was. Sorry.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Not at all. I just wanted a bit more in-depth stuff about what's going down on the pipeline. So the NFTs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just want to have fun. I want an NFT that's going to pay people and reward people. But, the thing is, I also want to do it at, I don't want to leave anybody in the dust. Again, my focus is on the little guy. So, which is tough to do because we're in an industry that is focused on becoming the big guy all the time, and that is the strategy for everyone, and also the projects. They want big, but it's very difficult for us because we also have to make it work. It has to financially work for the project because, it has to be sustainable because that's the whole object of doing this is that it's self-reliant and that it's perpetuating, by itself. So everything we do, we try to, we're certainly not going to do any type of rugging, and we don't want any type of rugging. We don't even want big investors to come in at this moment because we still have, I don't believe we've gone mainstream yet, as far as we still got people we'd like to get in on the project, the little guys. I don't want the big guys, the men in suits to come in and just start jacking our price around, and start abusing our community. So.
Absolutely. So this show is recorded. If you wanted to go and listen to the very beginning, you can do. And please, if there's anyone in the audience, if you want to have a chat with Lucifer and the 666 meme project, put your hands up and we'll try and get you up in a bit, or put some comments in the comments box. More than happy to read out any comments if you don't want to come up and have a chat. Dan, guess what's probably happening right now? And he's gone AWOL. Guess what's happening?
I know. I'm way ahead of you. I'm watching him.
Yeah.
So,
do you know what he's doing? I bet you he's buying some of the coin. I bet you.
I've put your trust line in the comments. So anyone who is looking to get involved in 666, the trust line is there. Not long after I put that trust line in, Wes disappeared. So he'll be back. He likes to have a little tickle here and there. So I think your thought process is right, Palace. Yeah. He has gone for a dip in 666.
Yeah, I bet he has. Everything we say tonight is not financial advice and should not be construed as such. If you want to invest in these projects or any projects that we advertise, please do your own research for sure. Lucifer, is there, what challenges have you found by producing a meme coin? I mean, most people don't really understand meme coins or whatever. What have you found as really challenging and difficult?
Well, the biggest thing is to put eyes on it. And, I think that's all of our challenges is, but the thing is, I think that right now we're in a limited amount. I just think that the ecosystem right now is just not as booming as it was, like the 2020 pump, where it just seemed like everybody and their mother was in. I don't think that we feel that energy that we're having right now, which is a good thing because everyone is still building right now. So, and you want to be ready for the big rush that's coming. So I think that we still have a lot of that to come. But as far as, the biggest thing for us being 666 coin is just the name and just but I think that, at the same time, I think that we're making headway. We're getting through the crowd. We're getting through to people. If it's not one or two people a day, in spaces like these that we can, spread our message and we tell people, even in our spaces or in our Discord, Twitter, our Telegram. our mods, we don't want to see a lot of satanic, crap. We want everything to be, as welcoming and as classy and tasteful as possible, as much as we can. There's still going to be some horns out there, but I think that the NFT projects, the NFT community, they're horny, because so we see horns in almost every project. So I think that we have a little bit of wiggle room there. So.
Well, we're all certainly horny on a Sunday night.
I knew he was going to say it. He couldn't resist.
I couldn't resist horny. No, that's for sure. Yeah, go on.
Sorry, go on, Palace.
No, you go. I was just going to mumble.
I was going to follow on. I think Lucifer brings out a good point, actually. So there was a massive boom years ago on the XRP ledger. For those who may not have been around, that it was absolutely crazy. And the time now, a lot of people would look at the network as being a disadvantage because the user base or the interaction is low. But actually, to echo what Lucifer was saying there, it's actually a big advantage because it means you can align yourself and get things ready while you're in a quiet market. It means you can prepare, plan, and get ready to execute, when the timing's right. So I would absolutely agree with what Lucifer says there, where a lot of people would see it as a disadvantage in a quiet market. Actually, for anyone who's looking to build in anything in any way, it's actually a massive advantage because you wouldn't want to be half cocked in a busy market. You want to make sure you have enough aligned. So that, just that thought process alone is good to see that you're looking at future prospects with what you're doing for the future in planning.
Absolutely. And I think, Lucifer, going back to your marketing theme, the 666 and the meme coin, the devil, the horns, I think that plays an element of that is that a lot of people in crypto are thinking differently. They're a little bit not unusual, but they don't go the mainstream way. And that kind of, that 666 mentality is an individualist that are looking for something different and doing something a bit, not actually believing a lot of what is fed to us via mainstream media. And so crypto itself is born out of that, isn't it? Going against the grain, going against the norm, as it were, because there's something not right in the norm majority of the time.
That's 100% right. I mean, and it's a rebellion, but not necessarily a rebellion against order. It's just a rebellion against the leaders that obviously maybe we don't necessarily align with, as far as their moral compass or whatever. So, you can have that rebellion. I mean, I think that's where most of it comes in society, and not just in society, but in, the meme coin, the crypto, scene. There's gotta be a 666 coin, in the meme coin scene. So I'm just glad that it's us, because I think that we're representing it appropriately, without being distasteful. And thank God it's us.
Absolutely. I think you're doing a good job. It's good. Now, every week I say every week, but every project we get on, we ask them to think of a question that we can put to the next project. So you can take a couple of minutes and think of a question that we can put to the next project that's coming on. It can be crypto related. It can be, business related or personal related, whatever you like, really. But yeah, we do that for every project that comes on. So, Wes, have you got the question from the last project? Bear with me, Lucifer. This is always a little bit painful.
Literally, you always offer more time to the guests to prepare than you do to me.
You mean Palace? Palace is the one that puts you on the time.
Get my name right, Wes.
Oh, sorry, both of you. Anyway, you're both to blame.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and ask Lucifer a question. So while you take advantage of this extra time to look at the question from last project, okay? And I'll ask Lucifer a question.
Okay, go on then, mate. Thank you.
All right. So Lucifer, do you have any thoughts of how it is that you are going to make the project sustainable? Is there anything in the background going on that maybe that you can talk to us about, or ideas of making it sustainable?
That's a very good question. So, I mean, even in the development of when I minted the token and when I was trying to figure out the purpose of it, I was trying to create a utility just in how I minted it, and I think that, having control of 90% of it was a big help, as far as not having people come in and abuse it and, pump and dump it and things like that. The scarcity, I believe, is a huge utility. The fact that we have such powerful control over the supply that's out there. So, especially the fact that me personally, this is my baby. So I'm also an investor, and so I have deep pockets. And so if I think that my coin needs help, I can always, go into my own pockets and, which I have had to do and purchase the chart back, and we want it in the hands of holders, of course, but at the same time, I mean, my biggest goal is for 13 lucky people to walk away with a life-changing jackpot, and that our community all supports that we all know that we're all holding, so that these 13 people can change their lives with a grand jackpot. And it's something that we can control as a community, something that's decentralized, and we know that it isn't rigged, and everything's on the blockchain, and so that is the intention. I'm hoping that these life-changing stories will get people in, it's a one-time lifetime purchase, and you're in, I want other investors to see that too, as that being a benefit also, and so I just think that everything is a social experiment. Everything we do every day, we wake up in the morning, and how we run our day is a social experiment. We don't know what the outcome will be. We make good choices, bad choices, and this and that, so I don't know the perfect formula, but I'm definitely going to try this, try that, do a little of that, do that, add some salt and some horns, and call it good.
So to understand you correctly, then your idea right now for sustainability is actually creating some sort of lottery type utility.
That is the actual utility that is the basis of the whole coin, is because it has 2/3 of it locked up for just this lottery. So right now, you win 666 tokens, 13 lucky winners. Right now, that prize is, I'm guessing, about $130. But as scarcity goes up, and maybe XRP goes up, and this coin starts blowing up and gets adoption, those tokens will be worth, say, more. I'm really pushing for 1 XRP, so they'd be 3. I mean, you'd be looking at almost a $2,000 jackpot for 13 lucky winners every month. That's not a lot of money, but I know just the $100 jackpot that we had just a couple of months ago, the guy from Gambia was able to purchase a goat, some rice, some pasta, and a birthday cake. It was his birthday. So, I mean, it was just so perfect. I mean, that is the story. I want to hear 13 of those every month.
That's beautiful. That's wonderful, that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that once that starts spreading and the coin starts becoming popular, and the fact that there's only a limited supply, that would help motivate the price to move in the upward. And I mean, this jackpot, eventually could be, the sky's the limit. It could be worth $1 million.
10 goats. Could be 10 goats, 20 goats.
It could be worth any. Yeah, we don't know. The sky's the limit. Depends on
what it means to people.
The community, exactly. If the community really put it together, we could make it be magnificent. And so right now, I mean, with the odds, it's 1 in 100 chance that you're going to win. So, I mean, it's really
better than the lottery.
It's not very bad odds,
How
obviously,
how does the election process work for the? I know you said they have to have at least just 1 token in your wallet, but how are the wallets chosen?
So we do a snapshot. I had BuildX build us a airdrop tool, and it's live, but anybody can use it. And it is basically, you can go in, set the parameters, you can go in there and put who's not qualified, if there's bots and things like that. It'll do bot detection. And then you can put in there that to select 13 random winners, and then so the whole selection is done online and randomly and transparent to the blockchain.
One more question on that. Is there a place that a person can go and input their wallet to see if it's considered a good wallet, or if it's been deemed a bot wallet by any chance?
Yes.
Because I mean, there's a lot of people that have multiple wallets, and sometimes they can be confused as bot wallets, but they're just
Right.
like family wallets.
Right. No, and I encourage family wallets. So don't think that if you set up 10 wallets for your brother, your sister, your mother, and this and that you're going to be automatically detected as a bot wallet. The bot wallets are like when there's 1,000 of them in the same, with all the same stuff inside. So they're obviously bot wallets. But yes, definitely, we have our website. Raylene created that tool. That you can basically put your wallet number in there and see if that you're on that list. If you go in and put that info in there, it'll automatically take you off the list. So when we know that you're human. So.
Oh, great. Nice to hear that.
Okay, Wes, have you got that question for us, my friend?
I have, yes. Okay, so last time we had someone on called 𝗟𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, and they asked a question now for you guys. They didn't know who you were, so this is just a random question, but here it goes. What are you doing to manage your AMM pools? Have you got an AMM pool?
We do have an AMM pool. It actually looks pathetic right now because at $3.60, when we saw that it was topping out, I went ahead and withdrew out of the liquidity and moved it into the USD, which was a good choice because we've been coming down and stuff. We also have forming for our holders that hold it. We have, I believe, 57 farmers right now on Opulence, and they are being rewarded for adding liquidity also. As far as strategy on the AM pool, yes, I belong to a group called the Spiderweb group with Snowman, Phoenix, 589, Seabird. If you look at these guys' charts, well, 589's, he kind of got a little bad deal there with the whole drop thing. But if you look at their charts, I mean, they're up and to the right. These guys are constantly managing their charts, and we have open AMMs between us, paired AMMs.
Cool. So, Lucifer, have you got a question for the next project that we are going to interview? Obviously, you don't know who they are. You'll have to listen to the show to see what their answer is.
Yes, I'd like to ask. So, what are you doing to bring people from the outside of XRP or the XRPL onto the XRPL? Like, what type of strategies are we using here?
Great question. That's a good question, because this is what it's all about. We all complain, or not all complain, but we all say that there's not much usage on the XRPL. So what, as a project, what are you doing to improve that? That's a good question.
Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to write this down in my pad. So just to recap here. So what are you doing to bring XRP outsiders onto the XRPL? Is that the question?
Correct.
Okay, cool. I'll have that ready for the next project that comes on. But please, 666 Lucifer, please come on our next chat, which is next Sunday, scheduled at the exact same time. Come on and we'll ask that question again. You can hear your answer.
Oh, definitely. I've been watching your guys' show. So yeah, it's you guys are a great group of guys, and yeah.
So you know all about Wesley's antics.
Oh yeah.
Well, as my admin assistant has just said, you must come back and listen to the show because we like people coming on. You know, we want to build our community as much as everybody else wants to build their community too. So yeah, all important. So what are you doing? That's a really good question. I have to put that to you actually. What are you doing to improve to onboard people? What do you do as a project?
So I have tons of people that, I think that could use a little luck. Matter of fact, when I give out, like a birthday card or a Christmas card or anything like that, I always put a lottery ticket inside of it. And, rather than $5 or whatever, because you never know. What if, for whatever reason, that guy hits it? You know what I mean? And it's like you gave them $1 million, that's how I look at this jackpot too. And the thing is about it doesn't cost $5 or anything like that. But, right now we're at like 19 cents or something like that. But man, it seems so small, but it can be so big, and you can do so much with it, because they are so cheap. So you could literally go and onboard, 10 people for less than a couple bucks, so, and I have done that. And I'm sure there's some shady looking wallet stuff on there because it shows that I funded the wallet and did all this. And it looks like it's me trying to farm my own prizes. No, it's me setting up onboarding other people into the XRPL. They don't have Coinbase. They don't have an access to get XRP. So I fund them the XRP that they need. So they at least have one of these tickets. And so now they're, one of them that I know that I did, she set up a wallet for her brother, her sister, her mother, and her mother won. Her brother won. She's won it twice now. She now has went to Coinbase. She purchased some XRP. She's now farming my coins. So this is somebody that didn't even have crypto. So, and this is what I would hope that people would be doing with my coin. And that is the reason why I made it so, it's not a publicity stunt or anything like that. Usually it's the other way around. People want you to hold more of their tokens in order to get these benefits, but you only have to hold one token. So, to win the huge jackpot, so anybody can win, even the little guy. So I think that, that should motivate people to spread the wealth a little bit. Not only that, but to get into that a little bit as far as, to win a prize or to be given something by somebody, it sets off just a cocktail of chemicals in your brain, like, dopamines and things like that. Well, it actually happens to the giver also, the person who's giving away, when they see the gratitude and the enjoyment and the prosperity that they're spreading, they get the same high. So, that's what motivates me to do this, is, I think that, I live in abundance. So I'm always tipping a little bit more. When I have a story of when I was in Mexico, we were, with these street vendors. My wife was looking at a purse, and the guy said $100. Well, then that same friend that I was telling you about that's now mining the coin, she walks up, she goes, no, this guy's ripping you off. $20. I mean, the guy laughed, right? I mean, it was laughable. This purse was thick leather, handmade. He made it himself. And so, no, I mean, we're not here to haggle his price down. This guy is not, Gucci or anybody like, he's not making millions of dollars, so, we paid him 120, but we had to explain that to her. It's like, this is, we do this because, it just makes us feel better. You know what I mean? We're not doing it because we want a purse and we want a cheap purse. We're doing it because the guy is a hard worker. He put a lot of love into it. My wife loves the purse. And not only that, but we want to show him gratitude and we want him to feel happy about the whole situation. In the end, most of the deals that I deal with in business and everything like that, I always try to come out on top. I always try to give a little more than what was expected of me. And because I have that ingrained in the foundation of my choices, I live in abundance. Everybody that I'm surrounded by, they love me because I'm always buying them dinner or doing that. I'm not saying, you have to do all that stuff. I'm just saying, it's great knowing that I have so much support around me because everybody knows I'd go to bat for them. I know they're going to go to bat for me, so, and I build this network around me of just abundance, so.
That made me laugh when you said you buy everyone dinner, because Wes will absolutely be asking you for a Domino's and probably a
Does he
fry
get
after.
those pterodactyl hands, or the little, or not the but the T-Rex arms?
We, we, we were just
T-Rex arms.
we were
I'm
talking
I'm a
we were
cheap
talking
date.
about we were just talking about barbecues earlier, and Wes was telling us all what he liked to eat. So yeah, you buying us dinner would be quite funny.
Lucifer,
Oh, I'd love to.
I wanted to ask you, Lucifer, because throughout the conversation here, like one of the things that stood out to me is that you want to help people. So what is it that, where does that come from? What is it that makes you want to help people? Because I know something like this, there's usually a personal story, or it comes from a place. Because let's be honest, we're living in a world that not everybody wants to help their neighbor and the other person. So I just wanted to hear a bit more about that.
Well, generally it's because I think of how energy works and how we all kind of radiate this energy. I used to, when I was younger, I think it was like 22 or something like that. I had this epiphany that I was rock bottom. Everything in my life was just not happening the way that I wanted it to. Once I realized that it wasn't like I was dealt a bad hand of cards, I realized that it was actually the nature of my choices. I was really good at making bad choices. So obviously the byproduct of making bad choices is bad circumstances. So once my brain was able to flip that the other way around, I basically made a formula, and the formula was to do the opposite of what I naturally wanted to do, which was to be a taker, and to be a blamer and to not have responsibilities. And, but once I was able to flip that fundamental, foundation, that idea, it is something that even today, I mean, it always takes work. It's not something that just comes natural, but in the same sense, I mean, it does, when things can snowball against you, they can also snowball in the positive for you. So, making the tough choices, making the choices we don't necessarily want to make because there's sacrifice and this and that, they do pay off in the long run. So again, I live in an abundance. So, and then I'm clearly seeing the difference from, before and after that, it just started snowballing in the other direction. So, and it just, to me, it feels like that's just the way it should be. And I mean, if this can spread, if other people can do this, they can learn. It's just, I mean, I don't know if it's God. It could be God, but, to me, it's the universe providing. I don't know. People call it different things. Some people call it, manifestation. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But I know that when you are abundant and you surround yourself with, with helping people and this and that, they're literally praying for you. They're literally thankful. They're literally blessing you. When you go down this highway and you're, cutting people off and you're honking, there's people in their car, probably 50 of them yelling, "Fuck you, asshole." They're cursing you. I mean, so, I think that energy is real, and I think that it impacts our life. It may not do it immediately or in the immediate, but I think that, I think it's real, and I think it's there, and I think that, we should all be a little more giving,
No, I love
and I
that.
think it would help us and
Yeah,
help our own situation.
yeah, like karma, isn't it?
Yes,
If
100%.
we,
Yeah,
like the golden rule, isn't it? And Wesley will know this.
exactly.
What is it, Wes? Golden rule? Say the golden rule.
Treat others like you'd want them to treat you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that is actually the greatest commandment. That is, wow,
That's good.
that is
I
God's
like that.
commandment.
It's yeah. So you're putting out, you're putting it out there, and then you're receiving it, because it's true. You know, when you go out with a certain attitude, you go out into the world with a certain attitude, you usually get that back. So I think your logic is, yeah, I like your logic there. So it's a nice positive note. Brings a nice positive note to the convo.
You know, it's interesting. It's interesting you mentioned about the karma, or you're putting that trying to manifest that thought, that positive thought. There, I don't know if you've heard of Buddhist prayer wheels. You know, those are the things hanging up like on a pole or stuff like that, and you just go by and rotate this wheel, or you have like little desktop wheels that you can do that. So the way those prayer wheels works is they have prayers inside those wheels. And so by the act of you rotating that wheel, you move this actual thought, this energy that was put into those prayers, that was put inside those wheels. You move that thought, and that helps manifest, adding that thought to, shall we say, into the environment, into life, into the universe. So yeah, they also have the same thing, except they use like prayer wheels for that. So yeah, that manifests as, there's a lot of religions that do actually do that kind of thinking, that kind of philosophy of manifesting. And it just reminded me of those Buddhist prayer wheels.
And it's probably the same phenomenon when you have, like, you know, you have church on Sunday, you have Sunday Mass. Everybody around the world is praying for the same thing. You know, I'm sure that somehow manifests, you know, abundance in the church. And when I try the last year, I've went to about 30 different countries this last year, and we've done a lot of tours and over there in Europe, and saw all these big, huge churches, and, you know, they're just with gold trim and this and that, and they do really well. So, but it's sad to see that the church is so well, and then the cities that are surrounding them are in poverty.
The community, that's the congregation, is in such poverty.
Yes.
The churches are they're lined with gold.
It's
They're getting
ridiculous.
so many, it's ridiculous. And I'm devout, but I do not go to church because of this reason, because I could not pick a church, because it seems that all churches fight amongst themselves over some silly detail on the Eucharist, or something, or
Right.
some, you know, in immaterial matter. It doesn't really matter what they're arguing about. Yet they've had wars about it. I was growing up with the Troubles in Ireland, and that was literally Protestants and Catholics killing each other because of a difference in the Eucharist, because of how you take the Sunday, you know, how you take the Eucharist, whether it's
the host.
Yes, exactly. Whether you take it physically with the bread, or whether you do it metaphorically, and that's crazy to me. It's like, how can you follow a church then that is so divisive against itself? And I remember Jesus is saying, you know, the church is within you, and it's how you are with other people. Like you said, the golden rule, you know, and I said the greatest commandment is treat others how you would be treated. Love God more than anything.
And I'm pretty sure if he was around, he would not approve of people putting all this money into these buildings while there's people starving right outside.
Absolutely. But it seems we do have a question, actually, from a couple of members from the audience. So if the hosts can make it happen, please.
Yeah, if the host, could you make it happen?
Why don't you just read out the question?
That's the best line I've heard for a while.
Go on, host.
Host,
Go on, host.
know your place, host. Oh, hang on.
Well, they didn't ask to come up. Everybody that asked to come up has been put as speakers. So if any, I mean, if there's a question, Wesley, why don't you go through the?
We have. Allow me to take the lead on it, because I know Titan has been waiting a while. I think he's up. I might be wrong.
Titan's up.
Is it okay? Let's go on to Titan. I think he has a question. Well, I don't see Titan up here on my device.
Oh, you know what? He just completely disappeared. Okay, so I guess he went away.
And then the next one we have is there's Z King. Z King had a question. He wanted to come up and ask something. And I think
I don't
gone as well.
I
So,
don't see him
You're making this up.
The king?
No, I'm not. I'll let them up. Okay, host, you know what to do. Carry on.
Right. If anyone does want to speak, please put your hand up.
I think
We'll get you up.
There's some questions from Titan in the post.
In the comments.
Yeah, so
Okay,
one
cool.
of them is the mascot Lil Lucifer is described as embodying the underdog spirit. Will there be merchandise or gamification features tied to this character to enhance community engagement? The first
Really good question.
Lucifer, fill us in.
Well, I believe so, actually. That's what we're trying to discuss in the background. I can't reveal too much, but that's the idea.
Awesome. So that is a good future development then. Nice.
Second question.
Sorry,
Sorry, go on, Wes, what were you going to say?
No, I was going to ask for the second question. You beat me to it.
Go on, mate, you read it. Second question.
No, I don't know it, actually.
All right, I'll do it.
What are you talking about?
All right. So,
That is Wes. That is our Wes. We love him so much.
second question. The website emphasizes a community-driven approach, but are there plans for decentralized governance, for example, DAO, or specific roles for community members in decision-making processes?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question too.
Yeah.
Wesley's an expert in DAOs.
What is DAO? What is DAO? DAO. What DAO?
He's talking about
no.
decentralized autonomous organizations. We know you're a specialist in that, Wesley. So why don't you talk to me a little bit about that?
So yeah,
Daylight come and me one go home.
That question was for Lucifer.
yeah, not Wes.
Yeah.
Listen, Lucifer. Yeah.
Thank goodness for that.
Yes, definitely. That is definitely on the table because, I mean, again, we're constantly evolving and we're taking on whatever it needs as far as to grow. I think that's very important. I think that usually the word of the people in regular business, the idea for me, and I do run I have almost a flawless business. I mean, our Google ratings are like 4.9. I mean, just right there, almost flawless. But it was very hard to keep that. And the thing is we take pride in our work, and so we try to overcome the obstacles before they happen. So we read other people's complaints, we go by other people's problems, and we say, let's build something that we're not going to have these same complaints, that we're going to have great rewards and, great reviews, and that they're happy. It's very fine line between upsetting a community and making them happy. And I believe that a lot of it is about over-promising and under-delivering, or vice versa. If you under-promise and over-deliver, you're on a path to success. And in business, that is only a line that is drawn within a 2-week period, as far as whether you can, produce or you can't, So it's just it's really easy is you control the promises that you make in the beginning. Don't tell them everything they want to hear just because they want to hear it. Tell them stuff that you're really going to do and how you're going to do it, and do it. So, yes, I think a DAO is very important because it literally tells us how to structure everything for success. What's going to make the people happy?
You can always tell a good project because we obviously get the following, like tonight's show, for instance. There's a good following out tonight. So there's a good crowd. You've obviously got a good community behind you, which is obviously is going to, lead you down a good path. So is there anything that we haven't spoken about tonight that you've got a burning desire to express to your community, your audience?
I'm sorry. I think it was
I think
Zeke.
I think 𝗥𝗃𝗃 had some background
No,
noise.
I think that's a bot. Just strike him down. I don't know who's talking.
I think the kids were being naughty.
All right,
Yeah,
𝗥𝗃𝗃. Well, I'll tell you what, 𝗥𝗃𝗃, do you have anything to say for us, or do you have a question for Lucifer?
No, he just jumped up. So yeah, Lucifer, is there anything I haven't covered tonight, or we haven't discussed tonight that you got a burning desire to express to your community?
No, I mean, not offhand that I can think of. I mean, I definitely appreciate, I just want to say thank you to everybody for, you guys for having us, but then also our supporters, everybody that's hanging strong. They're holding on to the coins. And I know there's people out there, they tell me all the time, it's like, oh, I just don't remember that. I did that. I gave away this. I mean, I'm just, I don't think I say it enough, but, we love you guys, the supporters. 𝗥𝗃𝗃's one of them. Mr. Jansen, that guy, I mean, he puts videos together for us. He spends hours and hours and, for nothing in return, just to support. So, I mean, those guys are just, we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys.
Awesome. Good shout. So this show is going on our YouTube channel. Please go and check it out on the YouTube channel. It is, they're actually really well done by Raylene, which is obviously very important. The show is recorded. You can go to the very beginning and listen to the whole show again. And thank you so much, Lucifer, for coming out tonight. We're here every Sunday night, so make sure you get back. And we can get you. Obviously, Lucifer, you have to listen to the show next week to get the question that Wes nicely took down for us. Live free. Take it away, my friend.
Oh, I think 𝗥𝗃𝗃 has come back on. He may have something to add in just before we finish. I've brought him up 4 times, so he must be itching to say something, and I think it'd be unfair if we cut off before we give it an attempt.
Go on, 𝗥𝗃𝗃. Go for it, my friend. Open your mic and say what you want to say. That went well.
𝗥𝗃𝗃?
We tried.
Where's
We
my...
tried. Oh, he's up.
Yeah. Where's Boz? A bot. Is it a Wes bot?
While I'm up, Lucifer, I just wanted to add. So I've known of Lucifer in the XRP community for years. I've seen him on social media, and I think it's been really great to listen to your story and everything you're doing with 666 going forward, and your personality behind it as well. I think is absolutely outstanding for what you're doing in the future. So I just want to say I wish you the best of luck with everything you do. And if anyone's looking to get involved in 666, I've pinned a post in the Jumbotron. There's Trustline in the comments and the website's in the comments as well. So if anyone's looking to get involved in 666, you're more than welcome to. But Lucifer, it's fantastic to actually speak to you. I think you're a fantastic guy, and I wish you all the best in the future, mate.
All right, I just added Savage as speaker. I think he wanted to say something. It looks like he's connecting.
I appreciate that, brother.
God bless you, Lucifer. It was a great chat. Really good chat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I love listening to you guys. So yeah, you guys are always chatting it up.
That sounded quite funny. God bless you, Lucifer. God bless you.
Okay. It's okay. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Palace,
Don't overthink it, man.
I don't know if you're tracking. I think there's a couple of requests coming up. So there's a few people wanting to come up and say some stuff, just so you're aware.
Oh. Okay, so has someone got their hand up? I can't see anyone's hand up or anyone requesting.
There's people. I've got them connecting now.
All right, you manage that bit then, because I can't see them at all.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that bit.
Thanks, mate.
You're welcome.
Do your job, please, admin. Do your job, please, host.
Yeah. One job.
Yeah. We're going to be speaking to you later, Palace.
Looks like they're having problems connecting. I don't know what's going on with their thing. So we're just going to go ahead, I guess, end the show. they can always drop the messages, and then they will get back to them. So normally we've been rendering our shows with a little bit of poetry. Today's poetry was NSCV normally does the poetry, but he was unable to do it for the show this time around. So I took the liberty a little bit of doing the poetry. Title is Illusions. In a world controlled by the few, illusion is nothing new. The elite give us choices, and we think we have voices. No longer are there elections. Those chosen are not exceptions. Our democratically elected leader is a carefully placed pawn. They control us from dusk to dawn. They control our schools, our social media, and even our religion. Our life is now full of fiction. They tell us what is good or bad. They manipulate us into the current fad. They say the number 666 is evil to create confusion. But in reality, the elite's teachings are just an illusion. Illusions, written by me, Live Free. Ha ha ha.
Well, I'm very impressed, mate. That was a very good poem, actually.
It was. I appreciate
I take
that.
my
That
hat
was
off to
great.
Mr. Live Free. Well done, mate.
All right,
So-
don't expect too much for next time. that was a lucky shot. All right, this show was sponsored by FuzionXIO.com, a premier permissionless NFT platform where you can mint and sell NFTs in any of the over 54,000 coins on the XRPL. And soon to be where you need to go to get the future YEM Part 1 and 2 rewards. The current YEM Infinity reward went out today during their show. I got a message on that. So remember, check your wallets. Remember, to be able to unlock the yield earning mechanism, you will need to own at least one XIO, and the amount of YEM Infinity reward depends on the amount of XDX you own. Thank you for joining us today and learning about 666 Memecoin. If you have any questions, please reach out to them and learn more about this interesting project. And please follow all the speakers here. Please don't take anything we say as financial advice. Do your own research. With that said, we bid you farewell and hope you join us again next week for another deep dive into the blockchain world. This show is recorded, so if you missed a part, you can go back and listen to the show. Please share and have a beautiful day, people. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone. Take care. Thank you so much, Lucifer.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thanks for having us.